Thanks for continuing the series. This is episode 4 in the Get It Done Certified playlist for the AWS Certified Cloud Practitioner, CLF-C02. We'll work through questions 31 through 40 with answers and explanations. Question 31. A company wants an automated process to continuously scan its Amazon EC2 instances for software vulnerabilities. Which AWS service will meet these requirements? Option A, Amazon Guard Duty. Option B, Amazon Inspector. Option C, Amazon Detective. Option D, Amazon Cognito. The correct answer is B, Amazon Inspector. Explanation. Inspector runs automated vulnerability assessments on EC2 instances using built-in rules. Why not option A? Guard Duty Threat Detection Service, not vulnerability scanning. Why not option C? Detective Investigative Service for security events. Why not option D? Cognito manages user authentication. Question 32. Which perspective in the AWS Cloud Adoption Framework, AWS-CAF, includes capabilities for configuration management and patch management? Option A, Platform. Option B, Operations. Option C, Security. Option D, Governance. The correct answer is B, Operations. Explanation. The operations perspective covers systems management tasks like configuration and patching. Why not option A? Platform focuses on underlying environment architecture. Why not option C? Security addresses threat management and compliance. Why not option D? Governance encompasses policies and controls. Question 33. A company is using a third-party service to back up 10 TB of data to a tape library. The on-premises backup server is running out of space. The company wants to use AWS services for the backups without changing its existing backup workflows. Which AWS service should the company use to meet these requirements? Option A, Amazon Elastic Block Store, Amazon EBS. Option B, AWS Storage Gateway. Option C, Amazon Elastic Container Service, Amazon ECS. Option D, AWS Lambda. The correct answer is B, AWS Storage Gateway. Explanation. Storage Gateway's Tape Gateway integrates with on-premises backup applications with no workflow changes. Why not option A? EBS provides block volumes for EC2, not tape-based backups. Why not option C? X-Container Orchestrator, not related to tape backups. Why not option D? Lambda Serverless Compute, not storage interface. Question 34. Which AWS service or feature allows users to create new AWS accounts, group multiple accounts to organize workflows, and apply policies to groups of accounts? Option A, AWS Identity and Access Management, EAM. Option B, AWS Trusted Advisor. Option C, AWS CloudFormation. Option D, AWS Organizations. The correct answer is D, AWS Organizations. Explanation. AWS Organizations provides account creation, grouping, and policy management. Why not option A? EAM manages users and roles within a single account. Why not option B? Trusted Advisor offers best practice recommendations, no account management. Why not option C? CloudFormation defines infrastructure templates, not account grouping. Question 35. Which option is a shared responsibility between AWS and its customers under the AWS shared responsibility model? Option A. Configuration of Amazon EC2 instance operating systems. Option B. Application file system server-side encryption. Option C. Patch management. Option D. Security of the physical infrastructure. The correct answer is C. Patch management. Explanation. AWS patches infrastructure layers while customers patch operating systems and applications. Why not option A? EC2 OS configuration entirely customer responsibility. Why not option B? Application encryption customer implements encryption settings. Why not option D? Physical infrastructure security fully AWS responsibility. Question 36. A company has multiple AWS accounts that include compute workloads that cannot be interrupted. The company wants to obtain billing discounts that are based on the company's use of AWS services. Which AWS feature or purchasing option will meet these requirements? Option A. Resource tagging. Option B. Consolidated billing. Option C. Pay-as-you-go pricing. Option D. Spot instances. The correct answer is B. Consolidated billing. Explanation. Consolidated billing aggregates usage across accounts for volume-based discounts. Why not option A? Resource tagging for cost allocation, not discount aggregation. Why not option C? Pay-as-you-go standard pricing model without aggregated discounts. Why not option D? Spot instances interruptible pricing, not for guaranteed workloads. Question 37. Which of the following is an AWS value proposition that describes a user's ability to scale infrastructure based on demand? Option A. Speed of innovation. Option B. Resource elasticity. Option C. Decoupled architecture. Option D. Global deployment. The correct answer is B. Resource elasticity. Explanation. Elasticity refers to dynamically scaling resources up or down to meet demand. Why not option A? Speed of innovation refers to rapid development cycles. Why not option C? Decoupled architecture design principle for loose coupling. Why not option D? Global deployment capability to deploy globally, not scaling per demand. Question 38. Which task is a responsibility of AWS, according to the AWS shared responsibility model? Option A. Enable client-side encryption for objects that are stored in Amazon S3. Option B. Configure IAM security policies to comply with the principle of least privilege. Option C. Patch the guest operating system on an Amazon EC2 instance. Option D. Apply updates to the Nitro hypervisor. The correct answer is D. Apply updates to the Nitro hypervisor. Explanation. AWS manages the hypervisor layer, including security patches and updates. Why not option A? Client-side encryption customer implements this. Why not option B? IAM policies customer configures IAM. Why not option C? Guest OS patching customer responsibility. Question 39. Which AWS service should users use to learn about AWS service availability and operations? Option A. Amazon Event Bridge. Option B. AWS Service Catalog. Option C. AWS Control Tower. Option D. AWS Health Dashboard. The correct answer is D. AWS Health Dashboard. Explanation: Health Dashboard provides personalized and overarching service availability and operational info. Why not option A? Event Bridge Event Routing Service. Why not option B? Service Catalog manages approved catalogs of resources. Why not option C? Control Tower automated account setup, not availability alerts. Question 40. Which option is a benefit of using AWS for cloud computing? Option A. Trade variable expense for fixed expense. Option B. Pay-as-you-go pricing. Option C. Decrease speed and agility. Option D. Spending money running and maintaining data centers. The correct answer is B. Pay-as-you-go pricing. Explanation: AWS's consumption-based model allows you to pay only for the resources you use. Why not option A? Trade variable expense for fixed expense. AWS shifts to variable expense, not fixed. Why not option C? Decrease speed and agility. AWS increases speed and agility. Why not option D? Spending money running and maintaining data centers. AWS eliminates that necessity. Nice work completing this episode. If you found it useful, follow the channel and share the playlist with colleagues who are studying for the same certification. Keep going with the next episode when you're ready.